Hello and welcome to the Case IH Axial Flow 250 Series Combine Operation Guide. In this video we shall be looking at the Axial Tracs, their features and maintenance procedures. Initially, let us remind ourselves of the basic drive to the tracks. A two-speed hydrostatic system between the engine and transmission is used to drive a two-speed mechanical gearbox. The gearbox is situated centrally in the chassis underneath the cab. Gear 1 field speed or Gear 2 road speed is selected from within the cab on the right hand armrest. The gears will only be selectable when the combine is stationary. To be able to change ranges on the move, for example in Gear 1, you can use low range for field and then simply press the switch into high range for long headland runs, then back into low when returning to work. Similarly, on the road in Gear 2, you can use high range, but select low range when on a hill or, if required, at a junction, then back into the high range when roading becomes less stressful on the transmission. Regarding the track system, there are three different widths available: 61 cm, 72 cm or 86 cm. They are positively driven by the main sprocket preventing any slip and are automatically tensioned. The two idler wheels on each track at the front and rear corners are mounted a little higher off the ground for reduced vibration and less rolling resistance, especially when in rough field conditions. There are two suspended bogies, each mounting a pair of rollers. The bogies are either dampened using rubber blocks or suspended using hydraulic accumulators integrated in the undercarriage casting. Each bogie supports a pair of rollers, and the combination of dampening or suspension, up and down and sideways movement allows excellent roller flexibility for a smooth ride on all surfaces. Other than an occasional visual inspection, neither supporting system needs attention. Before work begins when the combine is new, the tracks need to be calibrated. This is achieved by following the instructions via the Pro 700. Also, when the combine is new or a new track is fitted, the tracks must be preconditioned, especially if they are to be taken any distance on the road. Track conditioning will harden the drive lug and roller contact surfaces so that they become more resistant to heat and scuffing. To precondition the tracks, it is best to drive the combine in a field with loose soil left and right for a minimum of 15 minutes. If this is not possible, a high silicon sand, fine sieved soil, talcum powder, oil dry or a similar mixture of non-caustic material must be spread between the tracks and the rollers and driven slowly around the yard for a brief time. The complete conditioning of tracks is likely to take about 150 hours of field use, so keep a careful eye on them during this time, and if in any doubt, repeat the preconditioning process again. Road travel can be detrimental to track life due to heat build-up. High speed, high loads, a full grain tank for example, increases the track temperature, which could lead to premature track failure. Every hour or so on the road, you should stop and check that the track temperature is no more than 55 degrees centigrade. Let the tracks cool before continuing. Also, check that the inner and outer sidewall of the drive lug must be equal. If not, ask your dealer to inspect and adjust the track alignment. The only grease points are on the half shaft couplers. The oil levels of the transmission and final drives can be easily checked using the appropriate sight glasses. The bearing oil levels on the idlers and rollers can be visually checked from outside, not forgetting to check the inner sight glasses as well, as they are separate from the outer housings. Oils need to be topped up as required. Always remember that more comprehensive information can be found in the operator's manual, which should be read prior to harvest operations, maintenance and repairs.